Hey guys, it's me, 1239 here, and I'm here to give you guys my 7th video out of the 10 videos that I'm going to be doing for my AnnewithanE countdown series. Now, I was supposed to do a season 1/season 2 recap for this video, but I didn't have enough time to work on it, to plan it out and stuff, so I'm sorry to that one person that requested that. I hope to do one for when and if season 4 happens, but I just haven't been able to do it, so I'm so sorry. I've had a lot of stuff going on with uni and with the other videos that I've had planned, so yeah, I hope this is sufficient. I am going to be doing a Q&A instead, which is the easiest thing to do at this point. So I didn't want to let you guys down and I didn't want to let myself fail with these 10 videos, so still doing a video, but it's just going to be a Q&A. So I hope you guys don't mind, and let's just get started now. I asked you guys on Instagram to send me some questions, and a lot of the questions were kind of similar to each other, and a lot of the questions were also questions that I've already answered in videos or said on my story or whatnot, so I'm going to try not to answer those ones because some of them actually appeared in my other Q&A that I did like a month ago. So I'm going to try not to answer those ones, but I still appreciate all the questions I got. I did get quite a few of them, so let's get started. So the first question I got was, what did you think of AnnewithanE when you first watched it? I was absolutely excited when I saw that AnnewithanE was a thing because I love the darker take on this children's story, you know? I love the fact that they were reading between the lines, like with Anne's trauma. I reacted very positively to season 1. When did you discover AnnewithanE? I discovered it, well, I saw a poster of it in March 2017, but I kind of like discovered that it was actually a show in, I think it was June 2017, so it's 2 years ago already. What were your thoughts on the first few episodes of AnnewithanE? I was really confused about Jerry at first because I think the first ever episode that I started watching was the second episode, and when I saw Jerry on the screen I was like, who is this kid? So I was confused about that. But other than that, I thought it was a great story. The entire cast was casted perfectly for this show, so I responded positively, as I said. Can you do a video on the new promos and like season 3 theory for AnnewithanE? Yes, that will be coming out tomorrow actually, so that will be my last official video for this series, and then after that I'm going to be doing a hangout, so you will be getting my last final theories for season 3. What are you doing in your free time? Like hobby, sports, dance? I don't dance. I wish I did, but I don't. I'm not a dancer. I used to play badminton last year when I was in university, second year, so I used to do that. I don't do that anymore because we play very late, you know, so I just didn't want to do that anymore. But I play the clarinet. I love music. I've loved it for years now. I love playing the clarinet, so that's what I do. This is kind of a hobby actually. YouTube is one of my biggest hobbies right now. I love playing, you know, sports and stuff, but I don't really consider them hobbies because I don't really do them that much. I love reading, I love writing. Music is one of my biggest stress relievers, you know? Can you recommend us good movies on Netflix? I haven't watched any recent movies on Netflix, I don't think. Yeah, I think Secret Obsession is something I saw recently, starring Brenda Song, but I didn't really like the movie. I know Tall Girl with Sabrina Carpenter is supposed to be already out, but I haven't seen it yet, so I'll definitely watch it. Other than that, I don't really know. I don't remember if I've seen any good ones. What is your favorite AnnewithanE episode? Episode 3 of season 1, for sure. What is your career choice? Like since I was a very young teenager, I've always wanted to do something with writing, which is so weird to say that I was a young teenager because I'm not anymore, like at all. I love writing, and now that I've kind of figured out what I want to do like as my majors and program, you know, screenwriter. Do you have any pets? No, I don't have any pets. I wish. How did Anne affect you? I mean, what good or bad influence it had on you? I think for the most part it's had a pretty good influence. Of course there's other things that have happened that have been pretty bad, like the fandom. Not everyone obviously, but I get into a lot of drama in the fandom, unfortunately. I don't try to. People usually like drag me into it and I don't like it. I try to stay out of it, and some of the stuff I hear in this fandom are just like, I'm like, what? You know? Anyway, the good things about Anne, it's definitely helped me out a lot with my channel, and it's made me realize how much I love analyzing and theorizing in film and TV shows like this. The show itself, cinematically, it's beautiful. It's aesthetically beautiful, so I really like that about the show, and I think that really helped me realize that I like film studies. How did you find AnnewithanE? I found it through a YouTube edit of Anne and Gilbert. How many times did you think the new season will make you cry? I'm gonna say 2. Like, that I'm actually going to cry. You know, like, I'm actually, physically, you're gonna see me cry. You guys are gonna see reaction videos from me. Y'all might see me cry. What do you think? How many seasons will AnnewithanE have? Love from Hungarian. Hi, Hungarian. I think they're planning on doing 5, so I'm just gonna say 5 seasons. We won't know until we reach that, you know, because it's never guaranteed that the show will be picked up, but I think they're planning on doing 5 seasons. You're amazing, ST. Thank you. You're so sweet. What do you think will happen in episode 10? Also, I love you so much, Mimi. I love you too. I think it's Katie. Hi. I think something to do with that, like, protest thing in one of the pictures. I'll probably insert it here if you haven't seen it. Maybe Queen's Academy. What are you most excited to see this season? Well, Anne and Gilbert, of course, and then Cole, probably. Yeah, I'm really excited to see him. And Rachel, I love Rachel. When do you, it almost fell. When do you think the series will be released on Netflix? I have a theory video about that, so I'll link it below if you guys want to check that out. If you could change one scene of the series, what would it be? I think it would either be the Anne and Gilbert moment in episode 9 where they argue for no reason, or the scene where it was like this weird scene where the girls and Moody are walking into the store and there's this background music that was like, what? You know, so I think I would take that away. You relate to the character of Anne? Of course. I think I relate to her, but then I'm like, do I really? I think so. I think I try to be as positive as I can. Even when I'm going through stuff, I try to be very uplifting. If there's something like happening around me, like the people around me, I always try to be uplifting. I try to look at the world in a positive light. I try to be very optimistic when I know that things won't perhaps work out well in the end. I think I have this sense of optimism that I think sometimes people around me don't have, and I try to be like, no, everything is gonna be fine. So I think Anne is like that, you know. I think I'm like her in that way. Gilbert or Jerry? I can't answer that. Jerry and Gilbert are both amazing characters. Do you think there will be a ball in season 3 and will Sherbert go together? I think there's supposed to be a fair barnyard. I'm not really sure if they're gonna go together, but they will definitely dance together, as we saw them rehearse in the trailer. Who do you ship more with, Jerry, Diana, or Ruby? So I ship Jerry and Ruby. Diana goes with Charlie, even though that's not gonna happen. Would you prefer the show to follow the books more? Yes, in a way I do, because I like it when they follow the books but add a little twist to it, like when Marilla sent Anne back to the orphanage instead of keeping her when Anne lied about the brooch, right? I think that was a nice twist because we weren't expecting that. So yeah, I would kind of prefer if they followed more closely to the books. In which ways did the show help you, if it did? So when I started watching the show, it was when I was going through something extremely tragic in my life. My dad was assaulted in a park and he ended up in the hospital. While all of that was happening, that was extremely tragic. He almost passed away. He almost died. The show helped me out because it gave me a sense of hope and relief and distraction from the real world, from all of the mess that was going on in my life, in our lives, in my family's life. So that's how it helped me in the very beginning, and that's when I knew that I needed the show and I wanted to talk about it because it helped me so much in that way, by being a distraction. Do you expect any Sherbert kissing moments? Because I dreamed about an accident one. Oh my god. I don't really know. Maybe a kiss on the cheek is the most I'm gonna expect. But you never know. Like, there could be a kiss and then I'll look like a complete clown, you know? So, have you read all the Anne of Green Gables books? I have not. Do you speak more than one language? Yes, Spanish and English. Hola, ¿cómo están? Hablo más de un idioma, español y inglés. There you go. That was very awkward for me. Is your real name Mimi? No. It's Michelle. What's your full name? I'm not gonna give you guys my full name, but my actual name is Michelle. I was gonna say Mimi. Any advice on how to avoid spoilers for us peeps in America? I have a video about that. It was the one I think I posted 2 days ago. I think, timeline-wise, I don't remember. But I already posted one, so you guys can check that out. What would you like in the next seasons of Anne? If we have at least 2 more, knock on wood. I love that joke. Keep them coming. I don't care. I love them. I don't mind the knock on wood jokes. Maybe I expect them to go to college and stuff. I think that would be nice because the actors themselves are already like older. They're already like college age, you know? So they can just go to college in the show. I think that would be great. And to see Anne becoming a teacher. Theories on what happened to Michael, or if we find out. There's a couple of theories. Suicide, drowning, illness. I'm not really sure which ones I've talked about. I think I've talked about all of them. I'm not really sure. But those are the ones I can remember right now. What do you think that scene of Anne and Gilbert sitting with a book in hand is going to be about? I think they're studying for Queen's Academy. For the Queen's Academy entrance exams. I can never say that word. I actually have a video about that tomorrow, so y'all will be able to see that. And yeah, this is the end of my video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I love you guys so much. Thank you guys for always watching. Subscribe to my channel if you guys want. Turn on the post notification bell to be updated whenever I post. Follow me on all my social media accounts. They should be appearing on screen right now, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye. Mwah.